Alright, so today's the day. All the comments, all the DMs I've gotten, everyone wants to make one thing. So I'm committed to doing it, and it's a majority of it is girls, but today we're making some sushi. So everyone wants to learn how to make sushi, and it's really not a difficult dish. And the trend I've been seeing, if you ask your girl out to go somewhere, she's always like, take me on some sushi date. So I guess we're gonna commit to do this. My knowledge from a very personable source, if you make sushi for a girl, you're probably gonna get laid. So the one question I have for you guys today is, who's hungry? So to start sushi, you need the protein that you're gonna make. So what we're using today is going to be a lane snapper that I caught, I believe a few days ago. You can pretty much use any fish you want, but today we're gonna make the most simplistic sushi you can make. All it is fish, a couple vegetables that you're choosing, some rice, and some nori, which is the seaweed. So first we're gonna start with the fish. Okay, this is a lane snapper. I caught this a few days ago when I went fishing. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is actually fillet the fish up, and I'll show you how to do that very quickly. I will also have a more in-depth video later on of kind of how to fillet a fish. Kind of go down until you hit that backbone. Follow those bones, follow your knife down, and that is your fillet of fish. Separate it from the actual flesh. Is your fillet. Take the bones out. So now what you're stuck with is your boneless fillet that you have in front of you here, and that is gonna be the protein that we're gonna use for our sushi. So the second thing we're gonna do is actually make this sticky sushi rice. I think this is probably the hardest part of making the sushi, is to get the right texture, right consistency of the rice. So today we're gonna be using a short grain rice. You're gonna wanna add 2 cups of rice to your small pot. This is gonna be followed by 2 cups of water, and bring this to a boil. So the steps to cooking the rice is you bring it to a boil, and you bring it down to medium heat. Once at medium heat, you wait 10 minutes, then bring it down to low heat, then wait 10 minutes, and then you take it off the heat for 10 minutes. So once you have your rice kind of cooking and letting it do that 10-minute interval for high, medium, and low, we're gonna work on the actual toppings that you're gonna be putting on your sushi. You have some cucumber, some carrots, an avocado, and some cream cheese that I'm gonna add to this. But you can pretty much add whatever you kind of want to your sushi roll, because again, it's your roll. Do whatever you want. Skin your cucumber, kind of cut in the middle. All these seeds in the inside, no one wants to eat that in sushi, so get a spoon, kind of just scrape them out. Do long strips that you're gonna place inside of your sushi roll. And you're looking for pieces that look like this, because it's gonna go the whole length of the actual sushi roll that you're making. Same thing we're gonna do is peel your carrot. And you want some very thin slices of carrot. Some avocado, some cream cheese. So once you take your rice out and it's done, boil for a little bit, then reduce down to medium for 10 minutes, then reduce down to low for 10 minutes, and then sit for 10 minutes. So to make the sticky rice, you're gonna have to add a couple of ingredients. You're gonna wanna add 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 cup of sugar, and a 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. What you're gonna wanna do is stir it and make sure it all dissolves together, and then slowly add the mixture to your warm rice. Slowly add it like this, covering the entire rice. You're gonna wanna mix, make sure it all kind of goes together here, and this will eventually mend into the rice and create it to be sticky. And you kind of wanna fold it upon itself to get everything mixed up there. Once you mix your rice enough, put it in the fridge to kind of harden up and cool down a little bit. Before we make our sushi, you're gonna wanna make a spicy mayo sauce. The spicy mayo sauce consists of 2 ingredients. It's pretty easy. It's gonna be half sriracha and half Japanese mayo. So pretty much all it is just add as much sriracha as you want, and then add the same part of Japanese mayo, and you mix. So one thing you're actually going to need before you actually form your sushi roll is a bamboo sushi roller. You can pretty much get these at almost any Asian supermarket. I think this one's like $3. But before you actually use them, I'd recommend one thing. I would get plastic wrap and stretch out a sheet and place your sushi roller on top of it and wrap it in the plastic wrap so the sushi does not stick. Just fold each side up, make sure it's all secure here. Squeeze out any of the bubbles that you may have. It should look like that. All right, so now it's time to assemble your sushi. You have your rice that you made that has been cooled down a little bit. It's sticky. The mixture that you put in there is really creating that sticky rice. I'd recommend getting a bowl of water to dip your fingers into because all the rice will stick to your fingers without that water. You have your fish, and you have your toppings, which is the cucumber, the carrot, the avocado, and the cream cheese, and you have your bamboo sushi roller. And you can't forget the nori, which is gonna be the wrap. Your spicy mayo. And what I always like to put on top of my sushi to kind of make it look better is some white and some black sesame seeds. It just gives it some nice appeal. So first what you're gonna wanna do is cut your fish to the size that you want. Again, you're making some strips of sushi. I'm just gonna leave it like that and add that part to the end to form my whole sushi roll. Second, there are two sides to the nori. There is the shiny side and the rough side. You want to first place your rice on the rough side of the nori. Dip your hands in water. And what I always do is leave, say, an inch or 3/4 of an inch section at the end of the nori so it doesn't stick when you actually end up rolling it. I then get some white and some black sesame seeds and sprinkle it on the rice. As I was saying before, this is the strip that you don't want any rice on so it rolls upon itself nicely. What you then want to do is get your bamboo roller and flip it rice down on top of it. Just like that. And now you can get creative. You can use whatever you want here. What I'm first gonna do is put the fish. I'm gonna do a cucumber, some carrots, avocados, cream cheese, the spicy mayo inside of the roll. And the trick to this is you wanna bring this over and then bring it towards yourself and keep rolling. Bring this over everything, get your fingers and you push down, you squeeze. Then you do it again. One more time. And you're left with a sushi roll. Then what you're gonna wanna do is get an absolute razor sharp knife because this will break and do some nice smooth cuts through the sushi. Yeah, this is pretty much what you're left with, you know, after you make the cuts. Make it look good on your cutting board. All right, so this is it. This is a Lane Snapper Sushi. I'm trying to make the most basic sushi for you guys to kind of learn from. If you guys want more sushi videos like this, you know, please like and subscribe. You know, kind of tell me what you guys want me to see below, because this is just the start of the sushi series that's eventually gonna progress throughout this channel. So let's give it a taste test here. Like, honestly, it's just so good. I could eat like 5 of these. You taste the freshness of the fish. I think the biggest thing is making your own sushi. You kind of know how long the fish has been sitting for. You taste the freshness of, you know, all the ingredients that you've used. You know where they came from, and I think that's the biggest thing for me. So for all the people, you know, that are commenting, wanting me to make this sushi or sliding in my DMs, here it is. It's a pretty easy tutorial, guys. If you want to try to get laid, this is for your girls. If you want some sushi, just come on over. But thank you guys for watching, and tune in for next week for the next one. Again, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Stay hungry, everyone.